What's up, my fellow Tree-nologists? First things first, as always, I want to thank you guys for clicking on this video, giving me some of your time. It's genuinely appreciated because I love when you guys rock with your boy. But y'all know the deal, I'm not finna talk your heads off. You read that title. We are finna talk about the Shrek franchise and the Ice Age franchise and how they are so insanely similar. Because listen, growing up, I always watched both franchises. The Shrek movies are great, they're iconic, everyone loves them. But you can also say the same thing about Ice Age. Great, iconic, we all love them. But it wasn't until recently when I was jumping between Ice Age and Shrek movies back and forth, watching them simultaneously, and I was like, bro, they're kind of alike. Mainly more so talking about the characters than like the actual plots and themes, but we finna get into all of that. First, let's talk about the main characters of both movies, Shrek and Manny. What are both of their characteristics? Big guys, loners, was seemingly the last of their species, and they both had that mindset and personality of they liked it that way. They liked being by themselves, they liked rocking alone, they didn't want friends, they didn't want a clique, any of that. But you know how they both met their best friends? By saving them from people or animals that were trying to kill them. Well, I don't know if Donkey was about to get killed by the Knights, they were more so trying to lock him up, I don't know. But unwillingly though, because Shrek did not want to rock with Donkey and Manny was not feeling Sid. They didn't want to be friends at all. But after their annoying sidekicks follow them around for a bit, they do grow a bit of a bond with them. So you see right there, that's already similarities between the main characters. Now let's talk about their best friends. When we talk about Donkey and Sid, they are damn near the exact same characters, just different fonts. They are both the comic relief characters. Whenever the movies need a laugh, a joke, or just comedic timing in general, you can usually look to Sid and Donkey to make it happen. Another thing they have in common is that in both movies, they were stated to be smelly. They funky animals, a funky donkey and a funky sloth. I said funky. And they're both seen to be annoying as hell. Like, they're annoying. They talk too much. They say the most craziest things at the random times. They're not dumb more or less, but a bit dim-witted. I don't know if you get what I'm going for. But Donkey and Sid are really the same characters. It's crazy to think about. Imagine if there was like a crossover between these two characters and the conversations they would have. That would honestly go kind of crazy. Now let's get into the third members to join the trios, Puss and Diego. When you look at Puss and Diego, what's the first thing you realize? They're both orange cats. Yes, simple comparison. Puss is an orange cat, Diego's an orange cat. You want to know something else about these characters? They were both hired to snake out, slime, and or kill the main character. Puss was hired by Fiona's dad to kill Shrek. Remember in the forest when they fought? Yeah, he was hired by Fiona's father to do that. Then in Ice Age, Diego was sent by, I forgot who the leader of the saber-toothed tigers were, but he was sent to go snake out Manny for the baby. And Diego had to lead Manny and Sid to the rest of the saber-toothed tigers so they could, of course, kill them. That is honestly a crazy realization I had, like, wow, not only are you guys both orange cats, you're both orange snakes. That was so cheesy, I shouldn't have said that. And they were both the last members to join their respective trios. Puss was the last one to meet up with Shrek and Donkey, making them a trio, while Diego was the last one to meet up with Manny and Sid to make them a trio. And I also feel like Diego and Puss are seen as the coolest characters from their friend groups or herds, whatever you want to go with. Puss is without a doubt the cool cat. Everyone loves him. He knows how to fight with the sword. He does the adorable eyes. Then you got Antonio Banderas' voice behind him. Puss is cool as hell. Then you got Diego, the no-nonsense saber-toothed tiger of his herd. He likes to fight as well. We see him get into a couple of spats throughout the franchise with other animals. And he has a cool voice as well from Dennis Leary. And another thing, they both fell in love with black and white cats. Puss, as we know, ended up in a relationship with Kitty Softpaws, while Diego ended up with Shira. And both of their love interests being Kitty Softpaws and Shira could both be seen as a nice even match for Diego and Puss. We could also make some comparisons about Fiona and Ellie, while not as many as the other characters, but they similar in their own sense. First things first, they're both the wives of the main characters. And not only that, you could also see Fiona and Ellie as sort of a crutch for Manny and Shrek, and that's usually how wives are. They're always seen as the voice of reason for the husbands. But on a deeper level, Fiona and Ellie are both tragic characters. Their backstories are very sad. When it comes to Fiona, since she was a little girl, she was locked away in a castle waiting for Prince Charming to save her, but no one ever saved her until Shrek pulled up. So she spent a lot of her life locked away in a tower. Then, when we see Ellie's backstory, she's walking through the snow as a little baby mammoth in bad, harsh weather. But that is until she stumbles across Crash, Eddie, and their mom, and then she is raised as a possum. Now, granted, we didn't get to see a lot of Ellie's backstory before she met up with Crash and Eddie, but being a little baby, walking in a snowstorm with no parents, I don't give a damn, that's tragic as hell. You want to know what else they have in common with each other? Or you could just say this is about the franchise as a whole. They both had babies in the third installments. Fiona got pregnant and had babies in Shrek the Third. Her and Shrek had triplets. Then in Ice Age 3, or Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, Ellie was pregnant and she had Peaches with Manny. So yeah, it took to the third movie for both of them to have babies. And getting back to the trios of Manny, Sid, and Diego, and Shrek, Puss, and Donkey, I feel like the dynamics are a bit of the same as far as them. You know, Shrek and Manny are obviously the leaders. They the ones that's in charge. You got the cool side characters that are Diego and Puss, cool as hell. Everybody rocks with them. They suave as hell with the badass voices. And you got the comic relief being Donkey and Sid. They're funny, they make jokes, they stink, they ugly. All of those jokes get brought up a couple times about them in their respective movies. And I just feel like the overall tones and vibes of the Shrek movies and the Ice Age movies are just similar in general. You can watch both of these franchises back to back and just be like, they feel the same. They're not the same, but they feel like it. You get what I'm saying? I feel like there's more comparisons that I could make between both franchises, but I was just so excited to make this video after I realized that I don't have that many. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get on here and rant about Ice Age and Shrek, I feel like. But if after watching this video you feel like you could peep some more similarities between Ice Age and Shrek, let me know in the comments, because I really think there's more that I just didn't find. That'll be the end of this video, y'all. I know it was a little short, but I wanted to record something for you guys and I thought this would be cool, so here you go. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all the good YouTuber chits, as it really helps out the channel, gets me put into the algorithm. I appreciate you guys, my fellow tunologists. Follow me on TikTok if we still have it at Finding Miko. Follow me on Instagram at finding.miko. Follow me on Twitter at finding_Miko. And I will see you guys in the next video.